For a big quarterfinal heat between Tatiana Weston-Webb and Nikki Van Dijk. And a medium-sized set rolling the way of Tatiana at the moment. And let's see what she can do with it. She's been doing some of the best turns of the contest, and she's going to start with a strong backhand snap on this ride, and again goes to that turn. Surfing aggressively throughout those earlier rounds, and it doesn't look like she's going to back down now in the quarters. Really tapping back into the vintage form that have seen her crack the top 5 in the past.
She is just finding another level of speed that she's linking these maneuvers together with. So Tatiana, I'm so happy to be here sitting watching the surfing go down. I think we saw her throw down one of the best numbers of the event so far, and Tatiana just picking up where she left off in round 3. Frothy sections to work with, but she powers through and finds that finish.
Pretty solid start. 6.5. We're going to be able to flick the results from the Gold Coast. Nikki Van Dijk certainly hopes so. She didn't have a great start at stop 1. She's going to get caught behind on this one though. But what a performance in that last heat from Silvana Lima in the final stages. Tatiana, every time a wave has stood up, she's been right there, right on point with her timing, just delivering some of the biggest turns we've seen. Down the line, she's taking off once again here. 6.5 to kick off this heat. And looking for a backup now. Didn't quite get there, so it won't be a big number. And Nikki Van Dijk's going to get an opportunity on the outside. Again, she gets caught behind, so you know, her local knowledge, all those reps and sessions out here at Winky aren't really paying off for her at the moment.
Yeah, Nikki needs to rethink her positioning in the lineup. Caught behind on both of those waves. I think she's going to get herself in a better position here.
And Nikki now scrambling to maybe get herself into this one. Again, she's got a duck dive under it. And Tatiana's going to pick it up on the inside. So trying to get rid of a 2.33. Probably already on her way with that first turn. Pretty solid. Again, attacking the pocket, driving up into it. Tricky section to read. Does so well to stay on her feet there. And now looks for a solid finish.
Tatiana almost had the same thing. That wave had a lot of froth up the face, but she just dug her heels in and really got to work. That flow and transition through maneuvers, and also the way she's able to shift her weight around on her surfboard. Watch as she just leans back and then moves more forward and gets that projection out on the lip, and then again weights and unweights her surfboard, so able to control that speed, control those maneuvers, and stay over her board even through tricky sections.
So many speed humps on that end section there to ride over the top of. She kind of made a good choice.
Wow, I'm just so impressed with the surfing that Tatiana is doing. Just the new timing and pace that she's found, as we see Nikki once again just not finding the wall she was looking for, but she does get a couple of turns through this section. This wave gets very milky and she elects to kick out.
Your performance so far has been amazing, and you feeling this confidence building. I mean, is this another one of those heats that you feel like, hey, could you take it all the way?
Oh yeah, keep going. I think this ball, putting me like so strong. I think in this condition, I take this place too. I feel like so confident and keep going. I'm in the semi-final. I'm so happy for that.
Really comes when you're on your forehand, and then the ability to hold that rail on your forehand just seems like an advantage for natural footers.
I've got a feeling we're going to have a goofy footer in the final this year. Super impressive, but on the bottom side of the draw, don't forget the 16-year-old Carolyn Marks. She's looked unbeatable up until this point. So solid as Nikki Van Dijk tries to break combination here. Aggressive on the end section. Will that do it for her? She needs a 4.5 at least to give herself a chance at turning this heat with a single ride.
Yeah, I like to see Nikki just finishing that wave on her feet and finding just a connection to work with. And even if it's just that one maneuver, it'll give her a little bit of a taste of what she needs to link together to improve her situation.
Including this one, Rosie, it's a 3.77.
A 3.77, but what I'm going to think about is just the fact that it came off just one major maneuver, and that was right here. So 3.77, if you think about it, for that one move, if she links together a few of those, she's going to be right back in this heat.
I'm thinking back to the 3.07. I know she felt like she was maybe going to be chasing more going into the back half of the heat, but she had a couple of decent turns and kicked off a wave to get priority, and at the moment that could have been the score she needed to stay out of this position.
As soon as you reach the Winky Pop parking lot, you just get that special energy looking out over the cliffs and knowing that this place is identified as a national surfing reserve.
Tell you, one of my favourite moments was last year, Courtney Conlog's performance in this event. She had like 3 buzzer beater heats and had to work really hard for that victory. That was a standout for me. As we see Nikki up once again, slashing away at this wave. One of her better rides, just found that connection. Comboed up some decent turns.
A way better rhythm, and just good to see Nikki not getting too rattled, just keeping her composure. I think that's been the difference that we're seeing in the level of women's surfing at the moment. When it comes to crunch time, when the pressure's on, these ladies are able to rise to that challenge. I think Nikki doing a good job of chipping away at these scores on that last wave.
And now Tatiana goes from defending her lead to actually having to get back on the offensive, and she'll want to replace that 6.5 pretty soon. So let's see the 6.33 again.
The 6.33 set up with that beautiful bottom turn, top turn combination. So 3 major maneuvers for Nikki to get that number, and that's that assertive stance that she had on that ride.
Looking for our second semi-finalist here at the Rip Curl Pro to take on Silvana Lima in quarterfinal number 2. Tatiana Weston-Webb leads. Nikki Van Dijk is out there chasing an 8.17. Sells this one to Tati. She's happy to take it. It's a great looking wave. She's going to drive up into this section. Super explosive off the top. More room to move. Can she find the open face once again? A bit of a lump in the wall, but she deals with it extremely well and gets another solid finish, trying to get rid of a 6.5.
Down a 6.33 for 2 moves, but Tatiana, I have a sneaky feeling that she's going to be looking good to get a better score in this encounter, but you can see the linkage of major maneuvers. For me, Tatiana is just so on the money with her major maneuvers. Does well to use her priority on that wave and keep Nikki off of that one too.
And Nikki in response out the back, sticking with this one. She has some super explosive high performance turns she can go to. She's going to throw a layback to finish on this ride. I don't know if it's going to help her though.
Nikki looking for that 8.17 going into this wave. You can see she just changes up her approach and her tempo on this wave. She needs to dig in if she's going to find that excellent score. There she gets a bit more connection, that layback.
The fitness coach, so a lot of work going in to this event and a better vibe, she said.
Well, she's feeling the vibe at the moment, but Nikki Van Dijk's trying to upset that flow, and Nikki chasing down an 8.17, not going to do it there. Just over 4 minutes to go. And Tatiana just can really just enjoy the remaining moments of this heat, Rosie. She's out there. 8.17s will be hard to track down for Nikki. She can start to shadow Nikki around this lineup.
Even in that last heat, you got Carissa Moore. She's got 3 world titles. There were a few mistakes from her. It's really those moments and those opportunities where you can improve your game. Nikki up and riding. Here we go, Ron.
Tati has just eyed off this wall down the line and said, nah, there's not an 8.17 in it. Nikki Van Dijk, she's hoping that there's something for her to hit. There's obviously not. She kicks out. 1 minute and 45 seconds to go. And tactically, she surfed a brilliant quarterfinal heat here to crack the semis for the second time in her championship tour career. And Nikki will leave the contest with her best ever finish. But Tatiana continues to impress. And it's an interesting looking semi-final lineup already. But more quarterfinals to go. Another big heat just around the corner with Joe Topel and Martin Potter stepping in for the call.